month at Deagle, we're calling all chocolate cake lovers. If you'll indulge me, I'd love to tell you about our indulgence chocolate cake blizzards. Chocolate.
Sitting here watching. I went live on this right now. It's kind of like it started aggravating me. It's been aggravating me actually for the past week. I've been watching I've been watching this Scott Peterson case that that he murdered his wife Lacey Peterson, I guess killed his wife. Killed the baby too. Apparently, at least that's what they say. And you know who they are. Sitting there watching it. Watching it. And about oh baby, you're not gonna let me do this? Huh? You're not gonna let me do this? Oh. No. What's that? People know each other, they talk to each other. We all head back to Scott's house. So I'm gonna start dinner. Detective walks over to me and it's about that Scott Peterson case. In the oven, and he says, I don't think you're gonna need to be doing that. And I go, why? It's been on how many episodes has it been? It's about what, the second, the third?
Oh, I don't know.
The second one or the third one?
Scott had voluntarily allowed the police into his home the evening of December 24th. They come back 2 days later and they asked once again to consent to a second search in writing. Scott was told he should consult an attorney.
Let me tell you why it's aggravated me. Really aggravated me.
Scott's concern was what his
I almost dropped the phone. This is why it's aggravating me. What was it, 2008? 2009. The kid's mother. 2009, right? This is why it's aggravated me. They said it themselves. The news only put this on prime time, as they said. Well, there's only a couple of reasons why they would do it. Whether it could be they're famous, they're rich, or they're pretty and white. This is what pisses me off the most. My wife went missing years ago. My first wife. My first wife. We weren't together no more, but she went missing too. And for weeks, didn't nobody know anything. You know? It wasn't televised like the Scott Peterson case. You know, we didn't have, white America, giving a shit about, about us or about my kids or what happened to, what happened to their mother. And they put this big ass fucking emphasis on these fucking people. I feel bad for what happened to this lady and her baby. I do. I really do. But the same shit happened to me. The same shit. And nobody gave a fuck. My immediate family, everybody in the immediate family gave a fuck. But the police didn't give a fuck.
the media didn't give a fuck. Why? We weren't white. That's why. We weren't pretty, rich, famous. None of that shit. None of it. You know where my wife was found? What was the name of that damn lake? Or river? Little Calumet River. She was found dumped weeks later in Little Calumet River. Did nobody give a flying fuck? White America didn't give a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck. Only our immediate family. Her parents, her father, my mother, our family, only our immediate family. White America didn't give a flying fuck. And white America, look, they got a fucking TV show. Well, I mean, I see why they're doing the show. I do see why, because he was convicted, and he honestly, it looks like he was innocent. It looks like he was railroaded. It looks you could tell that he was. Why? Because of how white America thinks, and I'm sick of that shit. I'm fucking sick of how fucking white America thinks. I'm fucking like, they're fucking stupid. I mean, really fucking stupid. The evidence is there. And then you got what's obvious. But they still convicted him. It's fucking retarded. You could tell that he didn't do it.
I can't believe it's not butter in 2 new ways. It's vegan and it's organic.
But the whole point is the way the media chose to portray everything, and then made them celebrities, made them go out looking. Nobody was looking for my wife. Nobody was looking for her. They didn't do anything. You know how she was going by Little Calumet River? That's how she was found. No one did. I went out looking, but nobody else did. That's the shit that pisses. They didn't give a flying fuck. Why? Because she was black. Because she was black and she was poor. And she wasn't pretty as, well, what they consider to be pretty. I've been fucking, holding this shit inside for a long time. For a fucking long time.
I used anything that I could get my hands on.
She's been dead since 2009. And she was murdered. She was murdered by her, see, we weren't together anymore. We were still married. She only lived a block away. She only lived like a couple of blocks away from me. We talked every day. She didn't deserve what she got. She didn't deserve it. And she was murdered by her boyfriend. And it was so. This is how you know that they weren't looking. This is how you know. They knew that she had like an apparently it was like an ex-boyfriend. They knew who he was. The fucker came to the fucking wake. Then years later, what was it? 6-7 years later? When they finally, 6-7 years later, they finally fucking found evidence and convicted him. This is how they found it. He had an apartment. They been knew where he lived. They been knew that there was evidence in his apartment. But her father, my first wife, her father forced the police officers to go into that fucking apartment and gather. They had to force them. Look at them. They didn't have to force them. Everybody did everything for these fucking people. They found evidence on this fucking fool and finally fucking convicted him. Finally arrested him, I mean. 7 fucking years later. 7 years it took.
The public is hungry for answers to what happened.
And then, oh my god, this just pisses me off.
Someone to hang that wrong on.
The media and fucking white people, I swear to God. Fucking stupid.
But if he does the opposite, then going, well, he doesn't care. He's not crying enough.
This shit just makes me angry.
I don't care who you are. If you're
It just makes me angry because there's a lot of people that this shit happens to that were in the same that are in the same boat that I was, that are of color, and nothing is ever done. The media, the people, they don't give a fuck. You know? Only if you know, of course, if you're white, pretty, you got money, you know, you're famous. Fuck you all. Fuck you. Shit pisses me off. I'm gonna get ready to change this channel.